he swore that he was going to do a live, and he was going to drag Jdunn. It was going to be a dragathon of Jdunn. I was like, oh. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it depends on who you have there and how bad it is and what you say, because you know how Jdunn gets down. Okay, why are people surprised when Jdunn does the stuff she does? Now, the flagging stuff, the p-bombing, I don't agree with. I told you guys already. We all work hard. Like when they were playing with each other's page, when like Shakim struck Lemon and Shakim and Jdunn were going at it. It's like, why are we here? This is why I titled the stuff the way I titled it. Why are we here again? We are here again, and this time it's Lemon versus Jdunn. The p-bombing, I don't agree with. It's wrong. I don't agree with it. There's so much going on. And it's like, Lemon, we're right back to square one with, worrying about what's going to happen with your page. Like, I don't know. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Good morning. Hey, Madison. Hey, Shamona Polite. Hey, CMAC TV. Good morning. Queen Cannabis. Good morning. They did way too much. Okay, so Lemon swore he's going to drag Jdunn, okay? As if the p-bombing stuff was already not bad enough. I'm like nervous. I'm pins and needles, like wondering like how these two are gonna get down. Lemon gets down in his own way, okay? When he's drinking and drunk, he's like he tells you all he's a villain, and he loves it, okay? And in the fight with him, this is not the first time they've been here in like this tumultuous type of situation, okay? Last year they were cool and they fell out, okay? They barely just started, like making amends, and Jdunn started coming back, and then this happened, okay? I don't even know what to say as far as like the p-bombing, not right at all, okay? And I said that yesterday. Now, if you were not, do I think that the drinking is somehow indirectly related? Yes, because you would pay attention to some of the stuff that's being said, and if it's wrong, then you would say something to the person, like on both parties, right? You know that these two have a history with each other. It's okay for you on your page. So, hey, Cat with the chats. Good morning. I'm sorry, but Lemon seem like the fighting Jdunn for the. See, well, here again, exactly. See, and then it's gonna get misconstrued as if it's gonna be like he's doing it for someone else and not for himself. But Jdunn and Lemon have been like, their situation went sour. They used to be tight, right? She used to be like to call him and guide him and all of that stuff. In fact, was she not like when he was being flagged? I think she was trying to help him until they fell out. Okay. So it's a very difficult situation, or a very weird position that he finds himself. And you don't look away from the drinking, Lemon. You got to look at the drinking. It's got to be playing a part. It's got to be playing a part, because like some of the situations and some of the stuff you say, maybe like not being fully alert. Listen, for me, when I'm multitasking and doing stuff, at least I'm doing stuff. Either I'm trying to get ready for my day, I'm making coffee. At least when people are on my panel, right? It was said that if you were alert, it was said that she warned him. Now, at that time, I was already asleep, right? I was laying down. I was not looking. I was like half dozing off. So did he or did he not? I feel like if he was paying attention, sometimes when you're panel, there's so many people on your panel, you can't hear stuff. I don't know if she warned him. And like that aside, what's happened, right? I just feel like it was way too much, and it didn't have to. Like, here we are again with the flagging, okay? With the flagging. Not only was he, Nurse K, good morning. Not only was he p-bombed, luckily he like moved enough to like delete the stuff, right? Okay, so hey Monique, good morning. Cam, good morning. It's just too much already. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. Hi, truthfully honest, chick. Good morning. I'm going to be honest. I don't think the Dunn would have flagged Lemon if Octavius. I'm in line with you in that thinking, because I think if you were, so I went back and I was in the clouds. I was really in Lemon's thing and I was watching what was going on, right? And they were trying to tell him, hey, you're being streamed. But if you go over to Jdunn's side, Jdunn was streaming him to prove a point that he can't flag. Okay, so you're taunting him that he can't flag, right? And so they're telling him, oh, be careful when people are like cajoling you and trying to like cheer you on to do something, or trying to like, because I knew as soon as he flagged Jdunn, it was about to be all out war. Okay. Even though she was on the Dunn page, it's like the backup to the backup, right? She has like a couple of those pages. She has a Dunn. She has Dunn. And I feel like there's another one. Like for people who don't know, right? They may not have known about that page. And like years ago, she was on that page doing like a throwaway lives or something, right? Like that's the page that if you flag it, okay, well, whatever. Okay, that page had 700 subscribers. So she was streaming it, and if you go there, it's probably gone now, right? If you go to that, like she said, she was trying to prove a point that I think like in teaching him stuff, maybe she was gonna teach him how to flag, or he asked or something, whatever, right? But she was trying to prove that he can't flag. That's what she said. Okay, that's what she wrote in the like the when the CC drops down. That's what she wrote in that chat. Treasure Cash says, I'm sorry, but Lemon seems like he's fighting. Okay, yeah, I read that one already. Yep. Hi, Bella. Good morning. Bloop is here. Hi, good morning, Bloop. Hey, Asia. Good morning. If they can't drive impaired, you can't successfully run a channel impaired. Yes, you can. The drinking is bad enough trying to pay attention when you have people on your panel like me who like I can't like sit here and just be. Yeah, I can sometimes, but mind you, I'm very sober. Like no drink, whatever. This is one of the reasons why I can't. I don't even know how the heck he stays awake that long drinking. I would fall asleep on live. So I feel like if the drinking, we go back to the drinking, you would pay attention to some of these things, Lemon. The drinking, like in these cases, the drinking was involved. I don't know now. Don't get me wrong. They say sometimes that you are acting like you're drunk, but you're not. I don't know. I wish that would be the case because then that means hopefully you're alert, right? But I feel like you really are drinking that much Taylor Port. And so it's kind of impairing and clouding some of the stuff that's happening on your panel. Okay. Cat said he attacked Pizarro for nothing. And then, yes, my gosh, that was weird. I wanted to drop down, but there was too much going on. It was like people on the panel, people were being timed out. So I just stayed in the clouds. You know, I had dropped down before. I mean, I had dropped down when he started the live, but it was a lot going on. At the time, I was like, why all this stuff towards Pizarro? Like, what's going on? Like, you were mean to Pizarro. I don't know why. I get that she has her opinion, but you know that she supports you. You go to her panel. You were in her panel, like, earlier in the day. And these are the YouTube shifts that you kind of mess up with the drinking and the stuff going on in your chat. I'm just saying. See how they talk about my stuff? They talk about my stuff and people timing out, but you pay attention. It depends on who it is, okay? It depends on who we're talking about, right? Hey, Black Rose Cole, good morning. Yes, I mean, yes, I already called out Jdunn. Like the P bombing was wrong. I don't think it should have gone that far to where you P bomb him. There's like other ways that you could, like you could have. I don't know about talking to him because he was drunk. Definitely not talk to him there, right? But apparently she had told him time and time again, and I guess he didn't listen, right? So here's a rundown of what happened, okay? So he had a live scheduled and said he was gonna, like, it was a dragathon of Jdunn. I was like, yeah. Somehow I really knew that it was not. Can I be honest with you guys? I really knew it was gonna end up to his page being flagged. Why? Because we all know how Jdunn gets down. He should know how Jdunn gets down. He's not new to this. Kudos. But now you apply some of the things that you learned. That's what I would tell you. Hey, you, good morning. We all know why he needs Bella. Yeah, see what a lot of people are saying? And I'm sure that's going to make him feel away because if he was there, I would say that he'll probably be like contesting and saying that's not true. To all of you all saying that he's doing it to impress someone. I think that he's doing it to prove himself. But yeah, maybe a little part of that is for that reason. But child, it was a mess. And she was wrong for streaming. Yes, because now, I don't know if her motive was really to do what she was going to do. Because if you had looked in the live, at the beginning of that she started streaming, she said she wanted to prove that he could not flag. Okay, it's like she was taunting him. Oh, go ahead and flag me. I know you can't flag. So they kept telling him in the chat, right? And I know he saw it. Then they had to go on the panel and tell him. They did all of that. But here's what I think, right? I think he didn't want to flag her. I don't know if it's because he didn't know how to flag or he just didn't want to start that war. Okay, but it was the people that were saying flag her. Okay, but y'all are saying all of that. That's good and well and all, but it's not your freaking page. I knew that as soon as she got flagged, it was going to be war. Okay? That's not her main page. It's the backup to the backup, but still, you know that she's petty. You know how she gets down. Okay, so if I were Jdunn, I would have just ended the live, right? You point proven. Like he was, if that was your original motive, point proven, he didn't flag, right? It took for Octavius to go over there and say, I'll be your representative, whatever, right? And as soon as Octavius drops down, I guess he put in the flag went through, and while he was live, right? It knocked her live down on the backup, and then she in turn flagged him. Okay. Good morning, Chosen. Cat with the chat says I'm staying out of it and just having a little chuckle here and there because people on here make up after. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. They make up. See how they made up after the last time they fell out? It was just, they were being cordial. She had started going back to his page. She wasn't going to his page since last year. She had started going back to his page. And he was like, well, why don't you come to my page? Why don't, she was, they talk off IG. And I think that they had just started getting back cordial. And here we are. They're streaming. They want to say you can't do shit. kind of thing, right? Vic, are you going to help him this time? Was it you that was helping him? Now, he made a statement in Shakim's, and I feel like I'm all over the place, but it's still in context with what's going on. He said, who was he saying that? Was it Envy or you, Vic? He was saying on Shakim's that he paid hundreds of dollars for someone to help him. Was that you or was that Envy? Who's going to help him this time? And I think he said he's going to get a lawyer. Also, you never, ever give someone permission to be a representative of your channel. I don't know what that means. It was verbal. So what does that mean? I mean, is that just a one-time thing or what? He should have learned his lesson from. That's what I'm saying. This is what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, Lemon, you are not alert. You need to be careful and watch who you listen to. You have to think of long-term and don't be so short-sighted. They've already flagged you multiple times, so many times. Enough, did we ever know that a CC can get that many strikes and still be, still have their page? We didn't know until the situation happened. And we were all like, huh, I thought it was 3 strikes and you're out. Somehow he got flagged how many times? 7 times? At least more than 4 or 5 times, okay? So we're learning something new. I don't know how that goes. So this is what I was thinking when it came to his page with all of the stuff transpiring in the past 48 hours. I'm thinking, Lemon, please be careful. But Lemon is Lemon and he's going to do what he wants to do. I don't know who he listens to. Sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't. He is stubborn. He says it. But this is what I was thinking. Be careful in them trying to tell you to flag her for streaming, okay? Because knowing Jdunn, she was taunting him and trying to see, yeah, I dare you. I know you don't know how to flag. I dare you. Flag me or something, right? Is what she was saying. She kind of wrote as much in her chat. I don't think that she intended to flag him. I don't know. But once he was convinced to do that and it actually happened, y'all know how she is. She's petty, okay? I knew that it was going to be bad for Lemon. Hi, Pazar. Good morning. Then after trying to tell him to subpoena me. Subpoena you? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't see that part. Are you kidding? I'm not making up with Lemon. I am done. Y'all can have that fruitcake. Oh my God. Yeah, he was. I don't know if you heard me say it. He was mean. And when you went live, your second live, I said as much. I didn't understand that it was too much. It was a lot. And then telling you to come up there, knowing full well that you're not scared to go up on the panel. How many times have you been on his panel? You've been there. You were just there. You were just there the night before. So this is what I'm saying by you're messing up stuff with other YouTubers, other YouTube ship. You're messing that up from your drinking because there's no way you would be of all people, she hits your link. Okay, so you can say anything to her about whatever. Okay, but that taunting her and all the mean stuff, it was kind of misplaced anger. I know that you're angry at Jdunn. You should have just kept it on who you were battling with. I don't know. I think other people Bizarre definitely cut. That was not warranted. And I'm not just saying that because I support her. Also, it seemed like you did something to right before his page got struck. Tracy and Beans and Cornbread were there. These are people that we know publicly, they really support you, okay? Albeit whatever, people say about Beans, even myself included. They went up there, it seemed like you were about to mess up something. I don't know. I don't, how bad did it get? And then the page went, the live went down. But it was Beans and Tracy up there, and that conversation was not going well. It seemed like you were kind of, being mean to them. I don't know how bad it was going to get. Is Tracy in Discord? No, Tracy's not in Discord. I know Beans is in Discord. It was a lot. It was a lot, Lemon. You got to, wake up today, clear-minded, and he can't even watch the damn thing. If you have enough space in your StreamYard and you saved it, you need to go back and rewatch the live. You gotta watch. I know he says he doesn't watch he doesn't watch the lives back. You gotta watch the live back. It was too much, too freaking much. You're messing up a lot of stuff around you as far as the people that really support you. It's okay to beef, and I get it, and go back and forth, but child, you were about to get at it. He had already done that nasty stuff with Pazar, and then it was going towards Tracy and Beans. And I want to point out that, listen, he might say, oh, I still have it in StreamYard. No, you don't. You probably don't have it. You probably don't have it because you know why you don't have it? Let me tell you why you don't have it. Because your lives be hella long, okay? 7 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours. You have to go there. I bought extra storage in StreamYard. Do you guys know what I was doing before? A lot of times before I come live, this is what I've been doing for the past week or so, is I go and I have to delete. You have to go and delete the previous videos. And if you want to keep them, you have to download it to an external drive and save it and then delete it off of StreamYard so that you can make room in StreamYard. And I bought extra storage hours, okay? And my life, yes, I go live every day, but there's no way you have it. So you need to go in your StreamYard, go on the library, and you probably need to go, somebody needs to go show him how to do it. So some of these live streams you may not have. You think you have them, that it automatically stays over there, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, hold on. I'm probably so far behind.